Early in my boudoir career, I focused on marketing strategies that put me in front of my ideal client all the time without paid ads or any strategies that required a lot of time or money. Today, I'm going to walk you through my email marketing strategy and talk about exactly why it works so well. Hey, boudoir photographers! Are you ready to be totally booked out with high-paying clients? I'm Tracy Lynn, and I went from side hustle photographer to running $1 million boudoir photography business, working just 30 hours a month. That's right, just 30 hours a month. On this podcast, I tell you how I did it and how you can too. Hey there, and welcome back. Today, I want to talk about a more organic form of marketing for your photography business. Early in my career, I focused on more organic marketing strategies because I knew very quickly that there was going to be an easier way than running Facebook ads all the time, or better yet, the old school ways of sending mailers. Oh yeah, there were a few photography marketing workshops I took early in my career that were recommending mailers. Can you tell I've been in business for a while? Well, a few weeks ago, I was working on some content for this side of my business, and I looked at my Facebook ads account, and in total, over 7 years in business in St. Louis, I've spent, I think, around $1,500 total on Facebook ads for my boudoir photography studio. Most of that was in 2016 and 17 when I was playing with new strategies and trying to figure things out, just seeing what would work best for me. This year, I spent $100 in Facebook ads for my photography business, and that was only because I was testing something out for a strategy I taught after I learned it. And the strategy worked, but I didn't need to keep it up because it wasn't something I wanted to do personally for my own business. Since 2018, I focused on organic strategies and mostly just getting in front of the right people. And part of this organic strategy, which an organic strategy is a marketing strategy that doesn't require paid ads. It's something that your clients, your leads are just going to automatically find you by searching the right thing. And part of this organic strategy is email marketing. Today, I'm going to tell you the exact 4 steps I take in my extremely easy email marketing strategy that keeps my schedule booked out every year for months in advance. So let's dive in. The first step in my photography email marketing strategy is creating a free resource that leads who land on my website actually want. I've seen the resources y'all have been creating because you show me, and while they're really creative, most of the time I can tell you're just throwing spaghetti at the wall, hoping something sticks, and you're not really sure what to do. I've seen you create self-love, affirmation, or best selfie posing guides, lingerie guides, and so many others. And to be honest, I did it too back in 2016 and 2017, so don't feel bad at all. You can still probably find some of them on my blog, in fact, but they don't go anywhere. I actually think it's like a rite of passage to becoming a marketer in your photography business. And to be honest, at least you're trying something different. But this free resource I'm about to tell you about, it will stick. It will get leads to join your email list so that you can warm them up, educate them, nurture them into becoming amazing clients. It's proven to do both. And I call it the ultimate guide to a boudoir session. It works because you'll educate those leads to know exactly what you want them to know before a session through the actual free guide and your email newsletters. More on that in just a few minutes. But warming leads up with a guide is so helpful because when they walk into your studio, they're going to know everything that you need them to know without you telling them anything except for what was written in the free guide and your newsletters and on your website. If you want to make your life easier and actually grow your email list, it's time to make your own ultimate guide. And the easiest way to create one is to check out Canva. There are many templates specifically for freebies, so it's a really good place to start. The second step in my photography email marketing strategy is planning out your welcome sequence. An email welcome sequence is a series of emails you automatically send after someone subscribes to your email list or downloads your freebie. Remember, the moment after an opt-in, your new subscriber is the most excited. That means that's the best time to introduce yourself, show people how you can help them, and even invite them to book a session. I like to have a series of 5 emails, but you can do it in 3 if you don't want to be too intense with this welcome series. The first email is a download and a quick introduction. The second through the 4th email will be inviting them to know more about you and your business. And then the 5th email is like, bye for now, and invites them to follow you on socials. There's a lot more to it than that, but you get the gist, right? If you wanted, you could combine the 2nd and the 4th so that it's down to 3 emails rather than 5. Some of my photography coaching clients do this simply because they feel like it will overwhelm their leads if they're just bombarding them with a daily email right out the gate. But no matter what, once they've subscribed to your email list, you need to make sure that you welcome them with the welcome sequence of emails, like it's a proper introduction. The third step in my photography email marketing strategy is a nurture sequence. What we've talked about up to this point has been very standard within the industry. This is where my strategy is much different than everyone else's, though. This is my 52 email sequence. 1 day per week, Sundays in my boudoir business, I send an email. I've done this every week throughout my career. Literally, I've never missed a week. I would sit down 1 day per month back in like 2017 and write 4 new blog posts and 4 corresponding emails and send them out on Sundays. Even then, I spent only about 4 hours per month on my marketing strategy. The blogs took about 30 minutes each. The emails took about 15 minutes each, and then an hour for social media. Now, realize, guys, this is not going to be how short it takes you. It's going to take you a lot longer until you get the strategy down. But by this point, I had that strategy down, and that's why it was only taking me like 4 hours total to get all of my marketing done. And because everything else was automated and had been for 3 years at this point, I didn't have to spend so much time on my marketing strategy because it was already in place. But 4 years ago, I decided to make things even easier on myself. Like I felt like I was working so hard, right? But now my email list is completely 100% automated. I no longer have to write anything new unless I just want to. Once someone opts in for the freebie, they go through the 5-day welcome sequence. Then they get dropped into my nurture sequence. This nurture sequence is a year-long sequence that has everything they need to know about how my sessions work, how to prep for their upcoming session, any vendors I recommend they prep with, or any lingerie they might need. So they get dropped into this sequence. Once they go through it, they get removed for 1 day, then dropped right back in for another year. This happens every time they go all the way through it until I tell it to stop, whenever that might be, or they unsubscribe if they do. They can jump in at any point throughout the year, and it starts from the beginning no matter what. This strategy works because I'm giving all the time. I'm giving them everything they need to know before asking for the sale. And just a quick side note, I've talked about this on the podcast before, and I've had a few of you email me to ask if I had swipe files to purchase of this 52 email sequence, and the answer is I don't. Because I don't want all of us boudoir photographers to have the exact same email sequence. I think the welcome sequence is okay, but I don't want all of us to have the exact same 52 email nurture sequence. So I want you guys to write this in your own words, the way that you would actually write something so that it's more on brand for you. But that being said, if you check out Forever Booked Out, I take you through this entire nurture sequence step by step. Plus, you'll get my entire organic marketing strategy that doesn't require paid ads as well. So it would definitely be worth taking a look at, and I'll link that in the show notes as well. The 4th step in my photography email marketing strategy is asking for bookings twice yearly. A good rule of thumb is to only ask for the sale, or in our case as boudoir photographers or photographers in general, only ask for bookings 10% of the time. And because I'm me, I know exactly what this percentage is that I ask for a sale each year. It's 13%. So every year I send 60 total emails, and only 8 of these are actually sales emails. And these emails are in the form of my semi-annual sale in May and my Black Friday sale every November. And in episode 61, I actually break down these sales exactly and why I run them. So for more details, make sure that you listen to that episode next. But the most important thing I want you to know is why these sales work so well. And that's because you've warmed these leads up all year long. Now you're just asking for bookings in 8 simple emails. And these emails don't feel overwhelming or overly salesy because you haven't been asking them to buy from you every single email all year long. You don't look desperate whatsoever. And you can position it more as like you're doing them a favor rather than you needing to book out your schedule. Like, hey guys, I'm running this sale and it's only twice a year, so don't miss it. Get in while you can. But the best part about this sale is that if you do it strategically, you can fill your schedule during slow season with these amazing clients who are already educated on what you need them to know since they've been opening your emails for the past year. Now, if you only get one thing from this episode, I want you to understand just how important it is to be nurturing more than you sell. If you're constantly selling to your email list, they're all going to unsubscribe. And to be honest, I tell my coaching clients not to let unsubscribes hurt their feelings, but let's be real, they do. I know they still hurt mine, and I've been in business at this point for over 10 years. But if you're constantly bringing them value in the form of session prep, local businesses they should try, outfit recommendations, or client testimonials even, they're going to be more unlikely to unsubscribe. They're going to stay on your email list. So focus on value over asking for bookings. It's going to pay off in dividends. So now, I bet you're wondering how in the heck you're supposed to write these 60 to 65 emails. And what about the guide? You may be asking, Tracy, don't you have an easy way for me to make this happen without me recreating it from scratch? Well, I'm glad you asked. If you check the link in the show notes, I've actually linked my TLC shop where I have my email marketing bundle and my annual sale bundle. The email marketing bundle has my ultimate guide to a boudoir session template for boudoir photographers, plus my welcome series as well. And my annual sale bundle has everything you need to plan a Black Friday sale, which is coming up at this point, or a spring sale, and it's going to sell out. But even better, it's going to gain momentum every single year that you actually have it to keep you booked out in the future during your slow season. And as I mentioned, I'm going to link this in the show notes, and these 2 bundles will set your email list up for success, so don't miss out. Thank you for listening to this episode of Sustainable Freedom with Boudoir Photography. Please be sure to rate and follow so that you never miss an episode. They drop every Thursday and they're always full of super actionable information for you to apply right now in your boudoir business. Until then, make your next shoot your best shoot.